All right, we are live once again, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is Neil with Portal to Ascension. Welcome to all the people and all the different social media platforms we're going live on. This is the in between of the panels. We have another panel starting in about 50 minutes. We've done 3 panels today. They're all on the youtube.com/Portal to Ascension. So you can check them out there. And just in a moment here, when Joan is ready, we're going to get into Joan's presentation. She's going to share some artwork with us, but we're actually just kind of engaging right now. And if you're on YouTube and you've been a part of the events today, or even if you haven't, just say hi, let us know where you're from. And if you have been a part of the events, let us know how you're feeling. Like, we've been picking up a lot of energy today. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having an incredible time. This is like where I want to be, sharing this information, really tapping into, the cosmos. And setting the energy up for tomorrow, where we're going to go live for 5 days straight. We have 10 MCs, 55 speakers over 5 days with unlimited replay access for the Ultimate Star Beings event. And that's going to be from 10 a.m. to around 6 p.m. every single day. So Joan I see her going into the room right now because we're actually staying together in the same house. And I'm just going to do a little meditation poem here. And then Joan, you can take it away. I'll skip the poem. I'm going to read everything in the chat. Bridget says, it's been amazing. Joseph said, awesome information. Happy to be here. Thank you so much, Brandon. Catch you later too, bro. And yes, thank you for, it is amazing, is comment here. And yes, there will be a replay. And the replay is available immediately at youtube.com/portaltoascension. So it's all there for you. You can take a look at it. Right now, the other 3 are up already. Awesome transmissions today, but Janine, thank you, Brandon. From Bridget, fascinating, informative, inclusive. Thank you so much. Amazing fellowship, activating energy, beautiful energy and information. Much love. Thank you so much from Florida. Loving it from LA, North Carolina. And thank you guys for sharing your love and energy here. All right, Joan, should I do an official introduction, or have we introduced you enough today, you think?
You can do your short version of.
I'll do a short version.
Short version, for sure.
I'll just do a personal version rather than your professional version. How about that? So Joan of Angels is a really great friend of mine that we connected in 2012, right before our first major conference, Cosmic Reunion event. She was at Conscious Life Expo, and I went to her booth because one of our speakers was sharing the booth with her. And we had, we didn't really connect there, but we connected at the conference where she came in December of 2012. And then our friendship has kind of been flourishing ever since. But in the last 6 to 7 years, she's been one of my closest friends. It really helped me move through a lot of things that were going on in my own personal life. And then it just continued to evolve. The last 2 years, Joan started helping out with different types of events. Started with the cannabis conference, then it was the psychedelic conference, and now it's every conference. So we're like doing so much together. We've been here in this house, okay, so Joan is right through those doors, guys.
It's so funny to see it that way, Neil.
This is the mountain with the clouds coming in, all right? I'll give you a little behind the scenes here. And Joan is, Joan's been here. We've been here together for 3 months, and we've created magic together, and we're going to share it all with you, either today or other days. But she is an amazing soul, full of energy, so passionate, incredibly dedicated to this awareness. Every single day, her presence reminds me of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. And, I'm so happy that not only she's that person, but she's also a close friend that I love so much. So everybody, give it up for Joan of Angels.
Sweet. Oh my God. I can hear the audience in the background. Guys, I'm just so honored to be here. This has been an awesome day. And just to let you know, working with Neil is probably one of the most exciting things I've done in a long time. We are just creating what I see as like a mystery school in all corners of the world. And Portal to Ascension is like being inside of Neil's consciousness. Every question he wants to know about the universe and the galaxy becomes another event. So I'm just in my bliss because I don't know, I feel like I have a huge part in bringing out wisdom and information to everyone. And so I'm just honored to be here. I love you. And here's how I'm going to begin, and here's how I'm going to end. So I'm going to give you the beginning and the ending. The beginning of this conversation, this chat, is very, very simple. It is, Do you remember that you made a commitment to be here, that you had a mission, and that you said yes? And I want to talk about that mission. I want to talk about that soul longing that sent us all down here, where we now are waking up in the midst of whatever is going on here, and the time to wake up is now. So let's just dive in together. And we are going to start. So, guys, we are going to talk today about Starseeds activating our mission, waking up, remembering this grand reason for which we said yes, for which we said, bring it on. And we left wherever we were. We could have been in the star realms, the celestial realms, we could be in heaven, we can be in the Andromedans. So anywhere, it doesn't matter. But the call came out to come down here to the planet, and those of us who are here obviously were the ones that said, yes, we raised our hand. And we went through whatever processes we needed to know to get down here to make sure, number one, we were fully trained. Number two, that we would wake up, that we would set and stir activation codes to wake us up, and that we would actually be able to remember our mission and successfully complete it. So I want all of you to know that you are about to successfully complete your mission, which is being activated, especially in the last couple of years, especially when we talked about that whole corona energetics of radiance, of being able to spread your wings and share your brilliance and to shine no matter what. And so being a starseed is really about having and claiming this extra special energy that you came down here with, along with the knowledge that you will succeed at the mission that you signed up for, and then implementing and knowing that it's going to be the success. So guys, you are being called into the service that you agreed to when you got down here. Now, did you consciously remember you agreed to? Well, you're constantly being reminded, like if you listen to the last panel, being reminded of your mission, whether you choose to accept or not. It's like Mission Impossible. Your mission should you choose to accept. So I want you to know that you were born for this, absolutely. And when you came down here, it was understood that there would come a time where waking up was mandatory, not a choice so much, mandatory in the evolution, the ascension timelines of our planet. So your time is now, live your truth. And this is a beautiful starseed being. I don't know if you can see her on the right, one of the new beings that has come through in the new energetics since I had my own galactic activation a few months ago. So this really hit me. You may be awake. Okay, so those of us who are speakers here and those of us in the chat, we kind of consider ourselves awake. We're on the spiritual journey. But are we really remembering what we're really here for? So one of the special gifts that I do have is that I have an ability to connect with the vision of why you're here, of who the guide is, or what the essence of what you are to be. Maybe you are a conductor of sacred music to wake up people, as one of my clients who works in the music industry is, who chooses music to go into the shows. And she infuses every show now with sacred, like an undercover angel with sacred tones. And that infuses the essence, and that is her soul mission. So the paradox of our earthly life is, of course, we come down here and our memory is wiped completely clean. And it is karmically designed, by the way, to shut down your sight, to shut down your memory, to even give you situations and circumstances of which you actually need to then activate and wake up. So you may have been a high spiritual being and you get down here, your memory's gone. Maybe you're still connected to the angels, but no one is supporting you. And your mission becomes that process of awakening your memory. All right, awakening this memory that's very, very deep in your cells. So we do say yes. When we say yes, by the way, to remembering when that bell goes off, and a bell is a very sacred tool, by the way, it shifts from one plane to the next, and it actually can literally restore your memories. So we want to bring that back so we can start that process of waking up. And, I kind of like this. It's when I've had 22 or 32 rather different series of awakenings. Sheila Seppi explained it to me in my activations. And then I'm calling back pieces of our soul, and that's what we're doing. And when I did that, when I was told to paint those 33 angels, a book fell off the shelf, boom, opened itself up, and it said, actually, your call for divine assistance has been heard. And I had asked Spirit to show me the way. I wanted a blueprint, guys, because I was in a kind of depressed state and I could not figure out what I was here to do anymore. And I knew when they said paint 33 angels in 30 days that if I didn't say yes, they would withdraw that invitation. Because when your guides reach out to you, you have choice, you do have free will. So my guides told me that I needed to shift my energetic frequency so that I could connect to the angels. They wanted to work with me. So I want you all to know that if you knew you were born for an extraordinary life, how do we do these tools to access it? So here I am telling you that you have a soul mission, we're activating it, you are a starseed, but what if you can't? And so here's what I'm going to tell you, because I hear this from other people, from my clients. They want more, they don't know how to connect. So the first question to ask yourself is, are you ready to be activated? Yes or no? Second thing I'm going to say is embrace your visions. You have had these visions since early childhood, and these are the visions that stir your soul and that maybe you were told you'll never do it. I was told I'd never be an artist, by the way. They said, be a bookkeeper. Well, I'm not the world's best bookkeeper. Do not hire me to do your books. But if you want your soul essence work done, that's what I'm good. So are you ready to connect to your soul aspects? And are you experiencing that deep soul longing for more? So guys, welcome to the Starseed realms. When I had this last activation a couple of months ago, I started doing digital images, digital photography came through, and all of it has taken me into the other realms. So if you just even closed your eyes and you imagined yourself on the right here, this tall being, and where are they going? They're heading right through the dimensions, through the clouds, all the way to that great central sun. So one of the things my guides has told us is that it's really helpful for us if we can see ourselves in these places. They said to me that, Joan, we have you paint angels so humanity can see what we look like. When they see what we look like, and when you see what your soul essence looks like, you're more able to hold the frequency of these starseed realms. And so when I feel into the energy of these two images that just came through, the one on the right just came through the other day, and I feel it's just powerful activation tools, light codes in actually a physical kind of form that keep the energetic frequencies raised up so that we can connect with our guides, we can connect with our soul family, we can find ourselves living in that higher frequency realm, going through portals within the portals. I love that this is portal to ascension, by the way, because every time I say the word portal, I imagine other frequencies like you are seeing here. And as I'm taking you through this art has the ability to activate you. It has the ability to initiate you without words. And Geraldine did a beautiful session with me when she was here in the house, and she awakened some of my memories. We did a past life regression of a time when I was very young, and I actually think in memory I didn't have a tongue anymore, and I was a servant, and I could only express myself through art. I had no words for anything that I did, and it was only through the art. And so it's wordless. This is reminding me of our Egyptian roots. You can almost see a pharaoh on the right on this one, but breathe it in. Breathe it in with the knowledge that within this are codes that will awaken you, that will stir your memory of why you're here, of how you're supposed to be here. And I do want you to know one of our first missions is to wake up. It's to remember that we're here to carry this light frequency and to awaken to these codes. Very powerful. So Starseeds awaken. Starseeds to know that there's many different consciousness that we have because we are all from different planets, galaxies, and universes, but we've all joined together in this now time to be on this timeline. And this now timeline is even here listening, or those of you who are going to listen, coming together as we begin to remember who we are. So we've come together to experience the shifting, spiritual awakening, and the consciousness fields on the 3D planet Earth. So we have reincarnated into our 3D bodies. So I say your mission, should you choose to accept, and therein lies, that great paradigm. Are you going to accept? I learned that when I say yes, I step into that state of grace, a state of bliss. And I prefer that state of bliss to when I say no, and suddenly I'm holding on tight to some kind of rigid constraint. So say yes. And as a matter of fact, I pulled a card right before I came on, and it said, and it's a light worker deck, and it said, trust the plan. And this is for all of us. It says that trust the plan, your mission should you choose to accept, but know that you set up this plan before you came here. And this is the time, exactly the right time that the clock was set for. You are here for now. And that is what we're here to remind you of. And trust the plan means that everything that is triggered and set in motion is going to have the most positive outcome. So we each have specific roles to help free the planetary soul from spiritual and energetic patriarchal religions of control. That is what is happening now. Starseeds are able to see these lines of constraints and these limitations. And one of our missions is to elevate and upgrade any destructive timelines, removing any mental or physical implants and programming as we step onto the higher ascension timelines, and removing any programs of worshiping the ETs as our gods, as our controllers. So again, feeling this new waves of energy and peace, and being part of the psycho-spiritual warfare that is going on here. I talked about it earlier in one of the panels, the role between dark and light, okay? That has been here through time. Or you can say maybe it's the AI races or the archons or the reptilians versus, the Galactic Alliance. But there is a spiritual type of battle for the soul of humanity, I think, and we are part of it. And I see our role as distinctly learning who we are and learning how to become such a tower of light that you could repel any attacks that come your way. And more important, even more important than repelling attacks, you can learn how to become a tower of miracle power, a radiant beam of light, sending frequency out to other souls, waking up and being part of the awakening that is now happening faster than a speeding bullet. So your waking up and being aware of your ability to handle the light will actually break the massive mind control programming that has been keeping people asleep. So this is how we wake up consciousness, by raising our own light frequency to bring in the truth. So we are spiritual warriors, many of you. What does that mean to wake up to know you're a spiritual warrior? Well, a cute story is the other day I told my sister, I said, oh my God, I know you're a spiritual warrior. And now my sister is so feisty, very temperamental. And she started laughing because it was like, well, how could she be anything else but a spiritual warrior? So the guardian races right now are intervening here. The Galactic Alliance, the galactic forces are helping us heal. They're helping wake us up from soul entrapment, from repeated levels of reincarnation and feeling stuck here on the planet. And they're removing the veils so that we can actually be with our star family and see our departed loved ones and our spirit guides. So the Starseed races, which are you and me, we are soul groups that are actually here to hold higher frequencies of energy. So, when I hear from all of my clients, what is my mission? One of our missions is to hold higher frequency. And so that means when you wake up in the morning and you say, what am I here to do? I want you to remember that you are here to hold higher frequency. You're here to hold light energy, and you're here to just be true, like be what's the word? Empowered now in your power. You're here to start to develop your Starseed blueprint. You start to remember what's on that list of instructions that you came down here with, that your higher self knows. So to start to access this, okay, so you can start to build your higher wave of fields of energy, your morphogenic fields of energy, which is holding your blueprint so you can access your life plan and start to implement it, because it's time. And I said the veils are thin. What does that mean? That means that which is in your consciousness can be implemented over this next period of time, should you say yes. Okay, and this is important. It's important not just for you. It's important for our collective growth, our collective ascension, that as you raise, all of us will raise. So we are spreading consciousness around the planet. One way that we can do it is through building up your own light frequency as a radiant being of light, and so powerful that you can do and raise power, the light frequency of thousands of beings or hundreds of thousands of sentient souls around you, the higher you raise your light. But if you look at this map here, this is the spread of consciousness around planet Earth. One of the reasons I love working with Portal to Ascension, I wouldn't even say working with, consciousing with, visioning with, inspired with, is that we are spreading consciousness to every place on the planet and teaching these mysteries. So, and breaking free of any control systems that have been set here. So we are on new timelines. We are going through a spiritual initiation now into higher frequencies of light. Even paintings like this, by the way, activate your own DNA. They are actually little cells that I can see being inserted inside your own DNA. Activations increase the critical mass of the higher frequency. So more and more and more people, consciousness is like water. It's a wave, and it does spread. And in truth, we can be created, humanity was created as a 12-strand avatar being. And I want you to know, when you tune into your essence, your soul essence, and through some of my new soul essence work, you know what your avatar is. You have a sense of who you are back on your home planet, or back in the heavenly realms, or wherever it is that your soul travels. Maybe it's the inner earth and the inner realms. But knowing that and tapping into that is so important. But I want you to know, guys, to know that essentially you and I, all of us, are here as a virus interrupting whatever was keeping us asleep, so that we can become radiant, shine like the light, spread like a virus, and shift our planet. I love this image on the right. Remember, you are a light worker. You are here to help support the planet. You are here to awaken. You have special talents and gifts, and those gifts are awakening up now. I am feeling like, not only, so Neil and I have become very telepathic being in the same household. I will say something and he was just about to say it, or he'll open up a page on his computer and I'll, without saying a word, I have the same page open. And so start to develop your telepathy. Start to develop your abilities to create a force field of light around you, because that's what you have the ability to do. And that's the return of your memory. Now, was this mission we all signed up for guaranteed to succeed? Well, on one level, yes. On the spiritual level, on the higher conscious ascension levels, yes, it is meant to succeed. It won't succeed on the if we use 3D technology. So that's why we say against all odds, because it's not logical. It is about removing whatever limitations or implants or anything that has been set up to slow you down. We are about to open up your light body so you can begin to experience love, as opposed to your emotions of anger, greed, fear, or worry. And you know, one of the things I love about this conference and the next 5 days is I don't think you'll have a chance to worry about any of it. So here's a cute little joke just to lift up your spirit. And this is probably true for some of us, you know. But I'm going to say this: if your ears are ringing and you're feeling tingling and you are having an ET encounter or an encounter with your guides, your doctor is the last person you should really go to, okay? But so don't follow this so much. But I like this. He says, don't worry, you're just ascending into the 5D. Your 3D, your third eye is opening. He says, we see it all the time. Take spirulina tablets to help your body adjust to all the cosmic upgrades. So guys, high frequency soul food is indicated here, as opposed to that which, you know, restricts your body, makes it heavier. Chemicals that actually shut off your third eye and shut down your throat chakra. So you want to have foods that connect you also. High frequency music, high frequency food. Now, the planet, we must admit, there's a lot going on around us. No need to even mention it on the outside. But on the inside, on your inner world, this is the time to connect. It is a time to have personal magnetism and enhance your personal power. Do not give in to the doubt. To me, that doubt is the dark taking you out of the game. You know, really just removing you from remembering who you are. Because if 1,000 of us remember who we are and we're ready to really hold that steady, and 500 of you are starting to feel doubt, your frequency gets lowered. So certainty is exactly the way to handle this. So these are some of my Egyptian images. I think I'm going to start to move into showing you a few of this. Now, do you feel the energy and power from feeling into your soul essence? To feel how that sense of knowingness, and that's what comes with the Starseed activation, when you know your mission, when you know intuitively why you've been sent down here, what your gifts are, and then you're open to new gifts every single day, which can happen and will happen when you say yes. So learn to trust your intuition. Big part of this. This is not a 3D journey. It's a journey of the soul. And so here I say you want to protect your energetic field. Yes. So when you imagine yourself wearing this crown, wearing, you know, this garment of armor of light, bringing back your wings, wherever you go, you carry that frequency. And in fact, I encourage you to leave here and go out and try it. People will notice that there is an energetic change within you. And that's how powerful it is when you activate your Starseed self, okay? When you remember and you tune in to why you're here, your mission, you become a spiritual warrior of light. And I don't know about you, but I spent a lot of my life being depressed. I mean, by 28, I didn't know who I was or what I was going to do. I thought life ended at 28. And I was shocked to find out it just began. But when you put on your armor of light, and you become a warrior of light, you have your avatar essence, you suddenly know why you're here. And when you know you're here to share information, or when you're here to raise the vibrations, or to, like I am a visionary, help visionaries remember who they are, or you know you're here to just fluff someone's auric field, then you have a sense of why you wake up in the morning, all right? And you can see the larger picture of what you are manifesting. It is a good day, okay, to know you are here for more. Now, this is when I start talking about calling back your soul aspects. It's one of the most cutest images I have of Neil. There's so many aspects of each and every one of you. I am setting up to do a class. I'm just going to go through it really quickly, it's going to be on your soul mission, your Starseed activations, and it's going to talk about what happens when we forget. How do we actually remember, which I think is really, really important. How do we start that image of remembering? How do we start to reframe our challenges and why we're here, and actually leave that matrix of control beyond? I kind of feel sometimes like I'm the oracle in the matrix, and all of us are a glitch in that matrix, my friends. So starting to bring back soul aspects and these past life fragments. I have sort of a certainty that those of us who are starseeds, or most of us, have had Egyptian lifetimes, if we've been here on the planet before. So I am working with people to activate light leaders, wake up to your soul calling, use your eyes, and this third eye, activate this so you can see beyond and know your mission, should you choose to accept. So remembering mastery. What is mastery, my friends? You know, mastery is remembering who you are and enhancing your personal power. This is one of my dear friends who's a conductor of sacred music, sound, and light. And this is him in one of his highest forms, conducting that energy. When you know who you are, you can never get lost, my friends. Never. This is Nicole. She was sharing that the soul awakening work that I do helps you really feel anchored into what your service is. Also helps you not feel crazy, because it's a confirmation that your deepest dreams and longings about what you could do are coming true. You know, I'm just going to share that I'm here on this channel today talking. It's a result of visions and dreams that I've had for many years of who I am and what I can carry, and the light I carry and the frequencies I carry, and holding that until now. So each of you have that seed. You know who you are. And these sessions, and my prayer for each and every one of you and us is that we all wake up every day imbued with that certainty of who we are and why we are here. That we can carry this frequency of the timelines, of our timelines coming together, the power we hold within us as we book, as we really step into who we are. And so I just want to say that it's been an honor, a joy, like my truest pleasure to really dive in. And, one of the things I get to do as we're helping and assisting with director of productions here with Portal to Ascension is I really have been developing a new view of what we even do here, of what this portal means. And we're all in this portal right now. This is, this portal to ascension that we've been creating is a key to activate all of our light frequencies. It's a key to stir our memories of home. It's a key to here's how I want to say it. You're standing on a diving board. Doesn't matter. So you're 1,000 feet up in the air. A little frightening, right? But that if you should dive down there, that what you're here is like this hand of God in spirit is going to catch you. And so believing almost in your brilliance and believing in the certainty of your plan, believing, I pulled this card, trust the plan, right before I came on. Trust the plan, know that what you are seeking is seeking you. Now, why do I say that this, Starseed activation is so important? Here we are talking about other realms and where we come from and other planetary grids, and yet so much is happening down here on the planet. Well, one of the benefits, I would say, of really being a starseed, really being in contact, is you actually have a new perception of everything. You have a new view. You can actually be pulled out of your body and sitting here, up here in outer space, literally, which I've had the privilege to do many times, and I do it with my clients, is then you can look down upon planet Earth from a fifth dimensional frequency and above. So when you tap into these realms and when you open up that veil and say, let it be, I am one. And I had a great experience the other day of merging with my 15th dimensional, I guess it's my 15th dimensional guide. And I had this misunderstanding that the guide was on my right. And so I'd like look to the right. I would kind of feel to the right. And suddenly in this vision, I looked up and there was this guide up above and coming down through me. So we want to open up our perspective and know that we can handle more. We are here. We are here to unfold our wings. We are here to experience our power and the magnificence of what we bring here as starseeds, as volunteers, as higher frequency dimensional beings, ascended masters who actually chose to be here and then chose to be really awakened within the last few years. We choose. You know, I look at this and I go, with such gratitude that I am part of the awakening path. I think of it kind of like Harry Potter and the Muggles. You know, the Harry Potter tribe are those awakened magical souls who are here to carry magic. And the other side is those who don't have those gifts and skills. But we are here to hold our light no matter what. And many of those souls will at some point understand and see, and maybe even tune into that frequency of light that we carry. But know that the higher the light you carry, the more you will have that positive impact. And I love what Joseph has said in the chat. My mother's name is Joan. Joan is a name that they don't name people now, Joan. I will tell you that it is a derivative of John. It is also means gift of God. God was and is gracious. And you know, I say that I used to laugh about that, but my mission here is to inspire each and every one of you to trust that the visions you have of yourself, not only, and you know that you're a starseed, so many of you have had contact, but not only is this true, it is true that you are to carry this here. You are to hold that frequency here, even if the muggles, those with eyes to not see, don't see. Because the more you carry these light codes, the more you can go into a Starbucks and hold those light code frequencies and have your magic wand with you and maybe using your hand and your light language energetics to shift the frequency wherever you may go. I do it wherever I go, and I just find myself falling in love with humanity. And so it is. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Neil. Thank you for allowing me to be in Portal to Ascension. It's such a cool thing.
Thank you so much, Joan. And for everybody tuning in, if you want to check out Joan's website, it's JoanofAngels.com. And if you want to book services with her, get some sessions, even get your own portrait done of your soul essence. And what's it called? It's called Soul Mission Activation portraits or sessions?
So that part, so you can get soul awakening sessions on the website. This is called Soul Mission Activations or with your soul essence painting. Email me if that's something that's in your heart. Go to Joan at, we'll just do Joan of Angels. I'm getting confused already, at gmail.com. And that is so fun because what comes through is some of those essence paintings. Truth is that I can't pretend anymore that I am not an ascended master light being here to hold frequencies on the planet, help encode, help awaken, and help you remember your mission. And guess what? Each and every one of you are here to do the same thing, not quite like me, but like you.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Exactly. So Joan does amazing work, everybody. So in the description of every social platform we're on, the first link there is book a session with Joan. So you can take a look at our website and the sessions there. And as I said, we're doing a lot of stuff together. We've been here for 3 months. We're literally just going to leave and take a hiatus for 10 days because we also respect the fact that everybody needs their own time. And then we're going to go down to Mexico for 2 months, and you're going to see some amazing footage. We're going to film Drone's course in Mexico. We're going to be going to ancient sites, Alan, myself, and Joan, and filming little documentaries. So pretty soon, everybody on YouTube, everybody tuning in here, you're going to see another level of production in what we're creating just over the next 2 months.
Thank you, sweetie. Love everything. Love you all, guys. This is so profound. You have no idea how lucky you are to just be part of this.
Yes. Thank you so much, Joan. And I was thinking before, Joan, if you want to stay on for a few minutes. Yeah, Alan's done back on. So before Alan gets on, should we maybe show some Egypt stuff?
Yeah, what are we going to show?
Right, this is what I did. I got some images of places we're going to go. Hold on.
Stunning. Is that the ship?
That's the ship, yeah. So let's start with this. So we are going to Egypt, the land of Chem, and we're going to be there on September 7th for a 10-day tour. This is with the Hertax, like we've shared a couple of times. And I just want to share a few images of places we're going to go. So we're going to be going to check out the Bent Pyramid. I'm just going to kind of jump through them, and you can, Joan, as you pick up on the energy of any of these, please feel free to chime in. And here's a cross intersection here of the Bent Pyramid. Yeah. And then the Red Pyramid we're going to be visiting as well. And I have a little video on the Red Pyramid that I want to show actually while we're waiting for Alan. But let's just show the Nile cruise. So we'll be taking a cruise down the Nile. We'll be on the Nile for 4 or 5 days. No, I think 4 days, 3 nights. As we go to the Luxor, different places. We have the whole front area, which is the bar area. We're going to convert into a presentation room because it's we're basically going to occupy half of the whole cruise ship. So we're going to have the TV screens there, and we're going to do presentations. So not only will we be experiencing a lot, but we're going to have I would say just under half the nights, which will be 4 or 5 nights. We're going to have evenings of presentations. The Hertax are going to present. Alan, Joan's going to do her thing. I have some info. Yeah, Alan, we're just showing some images of Egypt.
So much information about Egypt. JJ and Desiree actually discovered the tomb of Osiris underneath the Great Pyramid. So they have a long, intimate, spiritual understanding of Egypt. It's fantastic. Egypt, when you're in those temples of Egypt, you are illuminated. It's just a fantastic feeling for anyone who's never experienced it. It is the source of our civilization.
This is the sacred activations that each of us really needs, I think, at this time to really, because that's why we're doing these events, to really be fully activated into our missions and our purpose here. Mm-hmm. So this is awesome. And so you're going to be with Alan and myself and Neil, the Hertax, and a few others, possibly Geraldine might be coming. So think about it. And if you don't come physically, you'll come on live stream with us, because I think this is very powerful.
We should open the room for the disclosure panel, because I think some people are.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're here. Okay, so we'll get into that. All right, everybody. So all of you tuning in. Okay, first of all, about Egypt, real quick. Am I not sure? Screen? Oh, yeah, I'm screen sharing. Okay, here we go. If you are interested in Egypt, we're going to have the website up in about a week, but if you want to just get in on it now, go ahead and email us. Okay. So email is info@portaltoascension.org, info@portaltoascension.org. And, you can get up on the early sign up list here. And if you want to just know information about it, portaltoascension.org, sign up there, and we will send you an email out within a couple of weeks when we launch. Okay. All right.
We're doing an early registration, right?
Yeah, exactly. So if you're interested in getting an early registration, the early bird, just go ahead and message us and we'll set that up.
Oh, yeah. How many people can we take on this tour?
38.
You want to take more, right? I think we could take more, Neil.
50?
I think 50. Let's limit it to 50.
Let's do 50.
All right. Well, 50 people. Let's see how many people. 51 people are right here in Zoom with us today.
Every one of you should come.
Are some of the people for the disclosure panel in the...
Yeah, they're here. So, okay. Everybody on all the platforms, we're officially closing this live stream. Please go to New Realities or to Portal to Ascension YouTube channel for the next stream. And we're going to go live in 2 minutes here.
UFO disclosure. Have some really great speakers for this panel.
Exactly. All right. So closing out this session,